It's snowing right now and it's below freezing. It's really unsafe to ride. But what's never unsafe is coffee with HDR. Let's get into it.
And you are so right, Mr. Toby Northern. Let's get into the show this week. Hey, everybody, welcome back once again to another edition of Coffee with HDR. Let me make sure the audio is up. The audio is working great there. Hey, welcome back, everybody. And today is show number, I don't even know, man. I can't see it here. Why can't I see it? If I move my mouse over here, can I see it? I don't know. Let's see. Nope, absolutely. I cannot see it. Anyway, I think it's like show number 104. 104 for January 7th, 2023. Hey, we made it to the new year. We're all here and we're ready to rock and roll with another show. If you're new to the channel and you're here this weekend to come talk about the new 2023 Harley Davidson models, you are at the right place at the right time. So first what I'm going to do is, as always, I'm going to go through here and say good morning to everybody in the chat room here, one at a time. Let's back up and see what we got going on. Hey, good morning, Captain Ed, Bob Nelson, Smyrna Cowboy, Chuck Henson, WS Keys on 3. Good morning to you, sir. D.A. Bishop, good morning to you. Let's see here. Paul, good morning. And Debbie, good morning. Debbie is live in the living color there, high up on the mountains. We like to call it Mallory Mountain. And there was going to be a sitcom coming out, but it was canceled, so don't even look for it. HGAV Traveler, good morning to you. Harley 103. Chuck Henson. Dean C., good morning. Pete's 1800 in Florida. Good morning, Pete. The real Jackie boys in the house, high up in the mountains of Pennsylvania. Good morning. Glad to have you on board there this morning with us. Be the Rider PA is in the house. Throttle Therapy's here. Good morning to Throttle Therapy. Glad to have you on board there with us this morning. Rocky J. Mike Bodine's in the house. Bronco Rides here. Good morning, Bronco. Nice to have you on board there this morning. Ty from Tennessee is here. Ty from Tennessee did an amazing live stream last night. And I was kind of sneaking. I was spoofing you guys. I was watching. I couldn't comment. Couldn't get in the live chat because I was having TV time with Mrs. HDR. We were enjoying some alone time as I was kind of watching on my phone. So I was multitasking. But good show last night, Ty. And nice that you're giving the motorcycle away there. You know, you're giving it off to the host, and that's a good thing. That's nice. Now, I'm just kidding. You're not going to give that CVO away for sure. If you do, it'll probably come this way. Pink's Adventures, good morning to you. Real Jackie boy. Toby Northern's in the house. Toby, again, thank you very much for the intro. I do appreciate that, as always. Bob's in the house. Bob Nelson's in the house. Pink's Adventure. I think I got everybody in there. So good morning, everybody. And if you can see this cup here, this cup is lovely. Look at this coffee cup this morning. Can we get this in focus? You see what that says? King Papa. So once you're a granddad, and I always wanted my grandkids to call me King Papa, you know, because I am the one, the number one, King Papa. Regardless, but I've always wanted them to call me that, and none of them do. I just can't get it to work. So I've been trying. I've been doing my very best. So, but sometimes your best isn't good enough. So how has the first week gone by here? A lot of you may have known, you may have not known. Our little chat group understands. Our little chat group consists of Bodine 52, Bronco Ride, Pete's 1800, Ty from Tennessee. Am I missing anybody? And myself. I think that's like the 5 in that little group. They know. They definitely know what's been going on there this week. Great mug, Bronco. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Proud granddad. Good stuff. Ty, you're right. Happy to be a granddad. So never thought I would be. Should we refer to you as Highness from now on? No, no, no. How about King HDR? There you go. I need a crown instead of a hat. No, let's get back to it. So anyway, this week I finally took over the whole entire class, guys. So I got 29 students in the morning. No, 27 in the morning and 29 in the afternoon. And now they're all mine, right? Grade levels 9 through 12. Okay, so little kids and seniors, right? Young adults. And it has been an absolute challenge. It's been a challenge, but it's going okay. It's going okay. That's my report. It's okay. Because people ask me, other teachers will come up to me and say, "Hey, how you doing? You know, all by yourself now without the other teacher because you retired. How's it going?" And that's my response. It's okay. So, and Miss HR will tell you when I'm eating dinner, she said, "Well, how was this meal I cooked, or how's that meal?" And if I say it's okay, she knows don't ever, she'll probably never cook it again. It has to be superb. Okay, that's my main word, superb. And if it's superb, then we know that it's great. It's over the top, right? It's fantastic. But the stress of teaching that many children, and we have teachers that teach more, guys. We have teachers that have 35 in the morning and 45 in the afternoon by themselves. So some days it's more like you're just treading water. But I had a meeting with all the kids, and the kids are helping me. So that's the big thing. If you get the kids to buy in and they help you, and a lot of my students watch these YouTube shows, so I found that out this week. They found 3 of my YouTube channels, this being one of them, Jack's Rides being the other one, and 42 Techno Man being the third one. Okay, because what I had to do was I had to do a class this week for the kids, and let's not get carried away. I had to do a class this week for the students. Well, I mean, you do lessons every day. So there at night I came up here and I recorded a video, and I took that video and I thought, well, why don't I just put it on my YouTube channel, my 42 Techno Man, because it's a server video. So I did that, and then I gave them a link, not thinking that, yeah, they're gonna know that I have a YouTube channel. And those kids are crazy, man. They're like, "You got 22,000 subscribers, Mr. HDR. Holy cow!" Now that's on my 42 Tech or Jack's Tech Corner. Okay, so that's my other channel. 22,000 subscribers, a little bit over, and they're like, "You're like a YouTube star." And I said, "Well, I don't know about all that because, if I was a YouTube star, guys, I'd be doing content and I wouldn't teach anymore. I would just teach online, right?" That's been one of my ultimate goals since 2005 is to be able to teach online just to anybody in the world, right? We all have that kind of mentality, right? To be able to be self-sufficient, not have to have another job outside of this. But content creation is hard, right? Making that video the other night for the kids were great because I actually had a set audience that I was talking to was my students. And the video turned out to be 28 minutes long, and they're like, "Mr. HDR, can you cut that videos down anymore? Can you maybe talk faster?" And I said, "Guys, you can click on like triple time on the speed. You can just," what they did was, smart kids, they turned on the closed caption. They turned the volume off. And I said, "You guys don't like listening to me?" And they're like, "No, we hear you enough." I was like, "Thanks, guys. My guys are great, right? Thanks, guys. Fun." So, but that's been going on this week. Um, yeah, there you go. Motive Log Computer Real Jockey Boy said it. Ty from Tennessee is an ambassador. Anyway, Ty is the spokesman for motive logging, and he does such a great job at it. We love having him out there on all these different shows, all these different sitcoms he's on. A&E, the channel A&E actually called Ty, wants him to do a motorcycle series. So I don't know if he's interested or not. So we'll have to find out. Details will be coming later on down the road. Let's see who else has dropped in here now. Anybody else coming through here? Chuck has been here. Bronco Ride, Real Jackie Boy. Viper 6. Good morning, Viper 6. You woke up in time. Our friend Viper 6 here from Arizona. You guys, Arizona? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, because it's wintertime. So he's at his winter ranch in Arizona. So if you watch Yellowstone, in comparisons to what Viper 6, the land that Viper 6 owns, if you watch Yellowstone, that would be like a trailer court. Viper 6 owns so much more land than Yellowstone owns on their ranch. So uh, he's invited me down to go cattle roping, and I don't do that, but I could try it, right? I could try to cattle rope. Okay, so that's enough about me. So let's talk about the new Harley Davidson motorcycle. Seems to be that's what all you guys are doing your videos on right now. So I thought I better get on the bandwagon and join in with my friends, right? So, stopping at the Harley Davidson dealer, checking things out, saying, hey, where's the new bikes? And they're like, oh, they're in the back. And we're just like, well, what do you mean they're in the back? Why aren't they out on the showroom floor? I want to buy a new bike. I want to buy a 2023. Been telling Miss HCR this is the year to upgrade. I need a bigger engine. And I said, did they come out with a bigger engine? Does all the touring models now have like a 120 or a 125 or a 121? And they wouldn't deny or confirm that all the touring bikes have gotten an upgrade on the engines, except the standard ones, right? Remember, every year they just change some colors of their motorcycles, but they have a couple remodeled or rebuilt bikes coming out, and they wouldn't deny or confirm that, but they wouldn't let me look at them either. So that was a problem. Now there is that Nightster coming out. Is it the new Nightster? And it's got a 114 engine on it. So yeah, it is a 114. It's got the big old air cleaner on the front. Kind of like their lowrider ST is built with a high flow air cleaner. So that bike looks really, really interesting. Not my style. I don't like kind of leaning over the gas tank too much, but it is a nice looking motorcycle. The Nightster, okay, Pete said the Nightster uses the Revolution Max. Okay, that's what they put in there. So that's Pete. That's the same engine you have on your Pan America. So my local dealer has models in the back, and they won't show me what it is. Very curious for sure. Yeah, I see. I got the same response. So, but when you talk to Harley Davidson, okay, if you try to talk to Harley Davidson and you ask them, they'll tell you that the actual the actual newly built models that they've made changes to won't be out until like March 1st. Like they're not even on the trucks yet. So I don't know what the dealers are hiding in the back rooms. I can't tell you that because I can't see them. But for the most part, Harley is saying we don't ship those because they don't want anybody to see them yet, guys. The release hasn't even happened, right? When is the release? January what? It should be coming up here next week, I think, when they do the live stream, the videos, and um, you know, uh, that's coming up because I haven't seen it yet on their website, so I know it's not available yet. The 18th, thanks, Bob. So on the 18th, that's when they're going to reveal these motorcycles. So there's no way that your dealers have anything new, right? And I think they're right. They have new CVO colors. Maybe that's the case, but they don't have anything new in their in the back room that hasn't never been built yet. So that's my take on it. That's what I believe. CVO with a 124. Bronco Rush said, I still believe the CVO is going to come out, guys, with the 131 crate engine. And I commented on Bronco Rod's last video that he did on the new models. He said it would make it too expensive. But the truth is, if the company builds the engine and the company builds the bike, they can set the price wherever they want, right? So I'm looking at probably like 45,000, maybe 50, for a CVO with a 131 engine already on it. It is my guess. So that's my guess. I'd want to see a RA 975 adventure bike. Yeah, I think that's a possibility. Be the right Peter said, come down to 21st HDR for chili corn. On the 21st, you mean come down to the dealer? You're having a chili cook-off? I'd be there for sure. I like the chili cook-offs. Guns and Rods said he agrees they'll have a 131. I think that's what you're gonna see happen because they have to do something very drastic. So I think they're going to build a smaller bike. Well, they're building the Asian bikes, right? And I know some of you guys, unpolitically correct, call them something else. They're building those two new motorcycles, and they're not really new, guys. Look back, and you may not remember. Maybe you haven't been with Harley long enough. But when I was looking at Harley Davidson motorcycles, at one time they had what was called the Street 500 and the Street 750. They didn't build those motorcycles. Those motorcycles absolutely came from somewhere over in Asia. They built those and they shipped them here into the American market. They were nice and they were actually classified, and females out there listening to the show right now, don't take this as a sexist thing. They classified them as a girl bike. Okay. There was a lot of new guy riders buying those. Now, here's the funny thing about that motorcycle. It's kind of like when the Pan America came out. So the Street 500 750 came out. People started riding them, but nobody included them in their Harley groups, right? They were outsiders, outcasts. You're riding that bike. Yes, it has a little sticker that says Harley Davidson, but every control on the motorcycle was plastic. Every fender and piece on the motorcycle was plastic. Harley Davidson's, guys, believe it or not, are metal. Go out and tap your fender on your bike. It's metal. Go out and tap your fender on my Royal Enfield Himalayan. It's plastic. Okay, big difference. So, difference between a $30,000 motorcycle and a $5,000 motorcycle, right? And the biggest thing is with the $5,000 motorcycle, all you want to do is make sure the engine cranks over and runs, right? Who gives a crap if it got plastic, whatever on it? Fender falls off, put a new one on. No big deal. But Harley Davidsons are all metal. We know this, right? That's why they're extraordinarily heavy. So, and with my great thumbnail today, we have 37 concurrent viewers. I thought I would have 337,000 viewers today, talking about the brand new Harley Davidsons. But it shows you that the normal everyday people walking in America right now do not give a shit about Harley Davidson motorcycles. They don't. They don't even follow the brand, right? It would just be like me saying, there's a new kind of toothpaste out that Ty from Tennessee uses, and I don't even know what this toothpaste is, right? So I don't know why Henry's texting me. He knows I'm on a show. There. But like if Ty from Tennessee actually like used a new toothpaste and I never heard about, why would I care? Right? Why would I care? So these are the different things that you really, really have to think about. Harley groups are bull. Heck of a lot of bagger guys look down on sportsters. And I'm going to show this here. It hid your comment there, real Jackie. Well, let me show it there. Okay, so I'm glad they're coming out with new. Just want to get out and ride my old one. You're right, Bob. What the heck? Viper 6 says $45,000 is like $450,000 Canadian with the current exchange rate. Local dealership, they got over 20 of the 2023 models, but haven't been there to try to see them yet. The real Jackie Boy says Harley groups are bull. Heck of a lot of bagger guys look down on sportsters. As a group, we need to stop being such bagheads. Yeah, you're right. Crest 31 Super Fluoride Bronco Rod. There you go. I'm more of an AIM guy. Ames toothpaste. 97 cents a tube, and I don't have any plaque. Just saying. My dentist is always like, or the lady that cleans them, the hygienist, she's like, your teeth never have any plaque on them. You must use a really expensive toothpaste. I said, I use AIM. She's like, no lie. And I'm like, yep, works every time. Been using it since I was a kid. Heading into town today. Might swing by the door just to see what's on the floor. I use 80 grit sandpaper with fireball mouth. Here you go. So, yeah, real Jackie Boy, I do tend to agree with you on that. The Harley group that I was with, I haven't signed up with them yet this year in the West Virginia group. There's many times that there's other brands of motorcycles riding with them, right? Maybe not even a Harley Davidson. And, everybody's got these hog rules, okay? The truly hog rules, when you have a hog organization, says that you must ride a Harley Davidson motorcycle. But here's the thing when you think about that. If I have somebody come over with a Yamaha and they're like, hey guys, I got a Yamaha motorcycle. I'd like to ride with you guys. Do you think that'd be okay if I could ride with you guys for the day? Well, I'm not going to tell them, no, screw off, dude, because you got a Yamaha and you suck. I want to include them. Because, guys, if they like you enough, then they'll go buy. Maybe they'll trade their Yamaha and buy yourself a Harley, right? And then they could be part of the Hog organization, the Hog chapter. Include them in your rides, right? Put them in the middle, bury them in the middle somewhere where nobody really sees that it's a Yamaha. Who gives a crap? It's a motorcycle. I include everybody in my rides. Every ride I do, I include everybody out there in it. I think we need to go further in this. We should be discouraging others from looking down on Sportster owners, but we typically live and let live in this topic. HDR, no, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Be the Rider PA said they don't allow it. Occasionally it has happened, but it's not known to be allowed. Okay, we'll let that go. There's been other hog chapters I've been in, other hog groups that we have, or let's say if we have a dealer ride. If you have a dealer ride at a hog, let's rephrase this. You have a dealer ride at a hog organization, at a Harley dealer ride, and there's been guys come over with Hondas and with Yamahas and Suzukis. Let them ride with you, because then they have an opportunity to actually go out and buy a Harley Davidson motorcycle. So I'm just saying that might be where we were looking at that before. Years ago, that's the way it was. It's a dealer's choice, but most won't. In the chapter, Ride Your Ride covers all. You're right, D.A. Bishop. I always say that. Ride your own ride. It's one thing to talk friendly trash about other brands' competition, but continuous and personal attacks do nothing but divide bikers. Guys, go to any motorcycle rally. Do you only see one brand of motorcycle? No, you don't. I always refer back to two guys that I know. Two guys I know. I watch both these guys. I think they're absolutely phenomenal people. Mike Killy 7 and Moose. Mike Killy 7 and Moose were die-hard Harley Davidson people. They both bought Honda Goldwings about the same time. Okay? For whatever reason. They like them better. They feel they're faster. They feel they didn't have to do any upgrades to them to make them run the way they wanted it to run. They got different modes. They got electric windshields, blah, 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 blah. That's their right to do so, right? That is their right to do so. So if you think about that same kind of scenario, if you go to a big rally and you walk over, you're like, it's a Yamaha. What are you going to do, kick it over? Right? That's not right. That's that guy's motorcycle, man. I watch, and you guys have seen it here, Goofy Bastard. Goofy Bastard rides is it a Victory? You guys will correct me for, you guys know Goofy Bastard. Starts with a Y. It's a big name. I love that motorcycle, right? Payne's rides in here all the time. He rides a Victory. I started watching Payne's rides because he rides a Victory, and I love that motorcycle. So, I love two wheels. Whatever two wheels that is, it's fine with me, okay? It's probably why, at the present moment, one of the reasons why I didn't buy the Pan America is because I wanted something else in my garage to ride with another group of people, right? Now, people do tend to stick together. I've been finding that even with RE, right, with Royal Enfield, people do stick together on their brands. So when there's a Himalayan ride, it's usually all Himalayans, just saying. They did come out one time. Old Man Ronan, he had a anything under 500cc meetup. Guys, it was packed. He had like 40 people show up from all over the place, right? And they came into Ohio and they all rode together. So that was really cool to see. Sounds like a solid guess. I bought a Honda, but had to park in the alley. Bob Nelson. Bob, your Honda was perfect, buddy. Yeah, look at what happened to me. I had a Honda, and look what I ended up with, a Harley. And that's right. When I met Henry, he had a Honda 500. Then I think he got a Honda 650 or 700, something. I can't remember. Wasn't long after that, we were at the Harley shop and he bought himself a Harley Davidson, right? So, and guys, I'm not saying one is any better than the other. Pete said my smallest bike is a 1200cc. Um, and Pete, that's good too. And I love your bike. You know what I mean? Yeah, Goofy Bastard has a Kawasaki. I started with the Yamaha V Star 650. Much respect to other brand riders. Ty from Tennessee said, so, this group is a very, very good group of organized people, very open minded group of people here that I've been talking to now for like 104 shows. I've met a lot of you folks, and we've discussed different things face to face, right? I'm pretty sure that I could probably go to VAM next year riding um, I don't know, riding a Yamaha V Star, right, like Ty used to own, or just any Yamaha. I like that. Was it the Yamaha touring bike? I think I went and rode it. I have it on one of my videos. Amazing motorcycle, right? I love touring bikes, guys, with reverse. Now, you let Harley come out with a motorcycle with an electric windshield and reverse, I'm upgrading. You heard it here first. I'm buying a new touring bike. If they have reverse and electric windshield, that's all I need. So I rode the Yamaha, whatever it was, whatever their big touring bike was. And the guy says, well, if you click that button right there, it has a backup assist. And I'm like, excuse me? He said, yeah, you just kind of move your feet, but it'll just slowly back itself up. Guys, it was awesome. I didn't have to hurt my knees pushing 900 pounds around. So, anyway. When you go to Sturgis, you can park your brand new CVO downtown. It will not get a second look. Park your ugly, rusted out bike down there, and everybody wants to look at it, talk about it. And you know what, Guns and Rides, I've seen that at so many rallies. Togner, oh yeah, Real Jackie Boy, it's a cool sign. Where you get that? Oh, this cool sign behind me right here. Everybody see that sign? My daughter actually made that sign for me back here. That is actually, she actually painted that sign. So it's painted and it's on canvas. Absolutely love that sign. She did a great job with that. So thank you for noticing my new backdrop there. It's really cool. So Scott Davis, good morning. Glad to have you on board here with us this morning. Back in the day, my buddy went to Sturgis on a Gold Wing. A biker spit on it right in front of him. Well, that's kind of lame. You know what I mean? Why you want to spit on somebody's bike? But Guns and Rods, you got it right. When I go, and Mrs. HDR does too, we go to rallies, we tend to seek out those motorcycles that are different. Those old rusted bikes that people just weld together and they put a seat on it and throw an engine in it. Somebody told me one time it's called a rat bike, R-A-T. I don't know exactly what that stands for, but it's kind of a homebrew bike, homebrew motorcycle. And people love looking at those, right? You know why? Because it's different. My bagger, my Road Glide, my Road Glide Ultra looks just like Jim's Road Glide, looks just like Bodine's Road Glide, looks just like, you know, um, whoever else on here has a Road Glide. They all look exactly like, yeah, they're different colors, but who cares? But guys, you ride in there on a rusty bike with a chopped out front end, with a little tire like a big chopper, with fishtail pipes coming up above your head. People are going to notice you, and they're going to crowd around you, right? So if you want to be a crowd pleaser, that's the kind of motorcycle you want. You want something that's different from everybody else. But that's just my thought on it. I mean, hey, we all have our personal thoughts. When I had Chuck says when I had my Harley Davidson, I went on a long trip to California with my nephew. He had a Victory. Every fuel stop, he made at least 10 miles per gallon more than me. There you go. So it's better fuel economy on the Victory. The Victory was a great motorcycle. The only reason they stopped making Victories is because they wanted to sell the Indian brand. And they found when they had Victory sitting here and Indian sitting here, people tended to buy the Victory because why? Less expensive, right? And then people start talking about, we've talked about this in the past too, today's economy. Today's economy does not allow or does not allot people to go out and buy a motorcycle. Guys, a motorcycle, unless you live in the South, is a toy. For us in the North, I got 2 toys sitting in my garage right now that I can't play with, okay? And we have to accept that, right? I know that 5 months out of the year, I cannot ride a motorcycle. And that's okay. I accept that. Because what happens in the north is our motorcycles last twice as long because there's no mileage getting ran up on them all the time. Now, would I want to live in the south and ride all the time? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd love to live in the south and ride all the time. I'd love to ride my motorcycle, 120,000 miles a year. But it's just not going to happen for me here. But what I'm getting at is a lot of people in today's economy doesn't have enough money to go out and blow $25,000 to $30,000 to buy a motorcycle. With that said, do I still see a lot of motorcycles being sold? Because I follow so many dealers around this local area. And there's the dealer in Pittsburgh sells at least 2 motorcycles every day. So people are coming out with the cash somewhere. I don't know what kind of job they have. And I'm glad and fortunate that they can purchase a motorcycle. That's great. HCV Traveler said, are you still made? They are called Indians? Yeah. Are they allowed to be called Indian motorcycles? If an Indian motorcycle is a motorcycle, right, and it's got the Indian logo on it, why didn't Harley Davidson ever put the cowboy logo on theirs? We can have cowboys and Indians, right? They're always fighting. The two brands are always fighting each other. So, my wife has an '07 Victory Vegas Jackpot. She bought new, and she still gets a lot of attention. Victory motorcycles. Good morning, Throttle Therapy. Victory motorcycles get a lot of looks. I didn't really, and I don't want to say this out of term, but I did not like the look of the last touring motorcycle that Victory made. It looked like some kind of rocket ship or spaceship. It was so futuristic looking. And Mrs. HR, I looked at it and said, hey, what do you think of that bike? She goes, never. She said, that's not going to happen. Mrs. HR is more the kind of person, she likes the historical look of the motorcycles. Remember when Harley Davidson came out with the bike that looked like Elvis Presley's bike with the white saddlebags on the back? She actually thought that would be a nice bike to have. Until we realized, or she realized that it had a solo seat that she couldn't ride with me anymore. Then she was kind of discouraged, like, we can't buy that motorcycle. But it was cool. It had that retro look. I like that retro look. Give HDR a thumbs up. Bob Nelson, thanks, man. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that likes button. That brings more people into the channel, and more people stop over here and start viewing the live streams. The Victory Vision. Super cool, super cool. For those who have not seen my mug this morning, this is my mug. We'll get to focus. King Papa. Ever since I had grandkids, that's why I wanted them to call me the King Papa. Has not happened yet, but I can always hope, right? Goofy Bastard, good morning. We were talking about you, my friend. We were talking about you already this morning. And talking about that amazing motorcycle that you ride that think you're getting ready to trade it on something else. But I do love your motorcycle, man. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it looks because you are totally different, right? I love different. And I think from listening to your one video I watched not too long ago was, you haven't drilled down like a Road Glide or a Indian motorcycle, a Challenger, I believe you said, and the Honda Goldwing. So that's kind of the 3 that Goofy Bastard is drilling down to, just to give you that mysterious feel, like, what's he going to buy? Isn't that funny though? We do these motorcycle reveals like, what did he buy? Some people just like, hey, I bought a bike. Bob Nelson did. He's like, I bought this bike. You see him out riding, you're like, hey, that's a different set of handlebars. Bob Nelson got a new motorcycle. Even when I did it, I put a cover over. It's like, what's under the cover? What is beneath the cover? What's behind door number 1, Bob? Well, let me tell you, behind door number 1, you have won a beautiful new CVO Harley Davidson motorcycle. You never see it on a game show. I just thought of that. On game shows, they never give away motorcycles. They give away dirt bikes time to time. All right, we have to pause here for station identification.
It's snowing right now and it's below freezing. It's really unsafe to ride. But what's never unsafe? Is coffee. with HDR. Let's get into it.
All right. Once again, thank you, Toby Northern, for that intro that you sent out. And good morning to the Harley Road Show. Down and under, mates, in Australia. Good morning to you. Glad to have you on board there. And it's nice to see Harley Road Show and $1 Million Bogan teaming up, right? They teamed up to raise some money and to a charity. So I think that's awesome to see two of my favorite Australian people, right? Well, there's also Harley Throttle Juice. Three of my favorite motorcycle adventurers in Australia. But that was great to see those videos. And back to Goofy Bastard, I did see on there that you are looking for a fixed fairing bike, and that's absolutely the way to go these days, guys. Buy a fixed fairing bike, and that could be a whole discussion, right? That could be a whole 1 hour show here one morning where we could just totally discuss that back and forth about, hey, should you have a fixed fairing bike or shouldn't you have a fixed fairing bike? That's a big discussion, but yeah, good morning to everybody coming in there. Ricky KM, good morning. Will, I'm trying to go through here, see all the new folks in there. Damn, that was better than mine, Toby. Goofy Bastard. Goofy Bastard sent me videos in there before. Toby sent me videos before. Be the Rider PA sent me intros. Bob Nelson, did you send me a video? Can't remember. Here's what happened, though, guys. When my computer crashed, all my intros are gone, man. I lost everything. And I was talking to Be the Rider PA because I went on and did a promotion thing for Be the Rider PA. We did a local charity riders group here for a gentleman in Claysville, Pennsylvania last year. And he asked me, Be the Rider PA asked me to come down and do all the camera work, walk around, do the videograph of everybody, and do interviews. I had a ton of them. I talked to so many people that day. And, I do my GoPro thing. We do a little selfie stick thing. We talk with each other. And they were very good, if I had to say myself. They were very good videos. So I was going to send them to him the other day, but as I told you guys, my hard drive crashed. So all those videos are gone. And he goes, well, where's the backup? I don't have a backup, unfortunately. So I wish I did, but I don't. So I lost all that amazing footage. Good morning, Steve. Nice to have you on there this morning, Steven. Good morning. Minimoto, good morning. My wallet is not safe with this group. Always making me spend money. Minimoto. That's what owning a motorcycle is all about. Spending money, right? Did everybody see the recent video? If you're not watching Instagram, you should watch it. Bodine52 had his motorcycle loaded up in a trailer and it was going to Harley, right? It's because he's seen the 2023s. So look for something new coming in his garage real soon. So it's all about spending money, right? And when you buy that new motorcycle, guess what you buy it as? I told somebody the other day, we were talking about this. We went out, we just happened to meet up some other motorcycle folks. And they were explaining to Miss HDR the main purpose of upgrading your motorcycle. She goes, well, wait. She said she bought a brand new CRV car, a Honda CRV. She hasn't upgraded anything. Right? She didn't pull the engine. She didn't put new wires in it. She didn't put new pipes on it. The guy goes, no, that's not law. He said, when you're a man and you buy a motorcycle, or a woman, when you buy a motorcycle, you got to make it your own. You got to add things to it. You got to pump it up, and make it your own. Right? Pipes and seats and handlebars and all that stuff. So soon we'll get to see Bodine start all over again, all new custom dynamic lighting he's going to put on there. And he may even be going with Zero 3D. I don't know. You never know who he's signing contracts with, but we'll find out soon. Guns N' Roses, I agree. They need a Road Glide trike. Why has Harley never came out with a Road Glide trike? That is one thing that I always wanted to ask. Now, there are Road Glide trikes out there. People trike out their Road Glides. Because you can buy the kit that goes on the back. The kit is roughly $2,500, and you could trike your Road Glide, but they never made a Road Glide trike. I think that would sell off the chart. They would sell so many of those. When you buy a new bike, you're buying a blank canvas, goofy bastard. That's what I was getting at. So the other night, and that's what this guy was telling Miss Ashar. He said, "Look, you're just buying a blank canvas when you buy a new motorcycle. They probably should sell the motorcycle like this. They should sell you the frame and the engine and the tires. Like the bottom half should be there. There should be no seat on your motorcycle. There should be no handlebars on your motorcycle. There should be no grips on your motorcycle. Um, there should be no shocks on the motorcycle. Don't have any of that on there. And sell it to you for like, let's say for instance, if you buy a Road Glide Limited right now, it's $35,000. Sell that to you with none of that on there. Sell it to you for, I don't know, $20,000, right? Just the bare bones. We'll call it a bare bone Road Glide. And then when you get it home, you buy the parts you want. Because guys, where does all the stock parts go? Where are all your OEM parts? I know where mine's at. I put them on Instagram. I took pictures of them. They're up in the rafters of my garage. I kept them all. Because when I trade my bike, guys, I am stripping it. Everything I have on that motorcycle, I got almost $3,000 worth of custom LED lighting on my motorcycle. That's all coming off, Because when you trade it, you get what? Kelly Blue Book value. That's what you're getting. The dealer's going to say, that's this motorcycle has this many miles on it. It's worth $9,000 as a trade. Trade it, right? Okay. Bad idea. Take your new motorcycle home. Rebuild it. Da, 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 da. Go back to the dealer for a rib cook-off. I did this. Go up on the floor. Look at your motorcycle that they gave you $9,000 for it. Guys, they got a tag on it for $18,000. They doubled their money. Doubled their money. And I know it's business. I know they got to make money. I get it, But come on, double? How about like, if they give you 9, sell it for 12. I mean, at least don't make you feel like total garbage. But that you made that deal. I would only sell my motorcycles outright. Good morning, Larry. Glad to have you on board there this morning. Dawn on the run. Good morning. New helmet is arriving. A lot of guys are here, and I'm hearing a lot of you guys getting new helmets this year. Perfect. I had this discussion. There was our little 5-people discussion group. We talked about this the other day. How much do you pay for a helmet? $700, $1,400, $2,700. And I showed them guys. You could buy helmets on Amazon, full face helmets for $58. It's DOT approved, right? But no, I get it. I got very expensive helmets and I got very cheap helmets. Trust me. I've learned. I've done the gamut of helmets. And Miss Ashar will say, "Why do you need that many helmets?" I said, "Why do you need that many shoes?" So, my take on it, right? Anyway, so anyhow, Toby Northern says removing stuff prior to selling or trading in. Good topic of discussion. You're absolutely right. I was at my local dealer yesterday. They have a ton of used bike. It's a tough market out there right now. And Ty from Tennessee is selling a CVO. If you're looking for an absolute amazing, beautiful CVO, and I can tell you this because I seen it personally. I rode with the man. You cannot catch Ty from Tennessee when he's on his CVO. That bike will outrun and outrip anything you have. Pretty much. Unless maybe Bronco Ride. When they raced together, they were racing down the highway and they were neck to neck. So both those bikes are pretty fast. But yeah, if you want a really beautiful CVO and you don't want to buy brand new, right? Call Ty from Tennessee. If you buy it and you tell him you bought it because of this show, I get 15%. I mean, just tell him you want to buy that motorcycle. It's beautiful, and he's giving you a great deal. And to be honest, it is a great deal, and I'm just not BSing you. Get a hold of Ty from Tennessee. If you're looking for a Street Glide CVO, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 2021, an amazing bike. So, it is a great ride. It's a great ride. It's a beautiful machine, so... But Toby, I think you're right. I think you're hitting it on the head there, buddy. I think that is a great discussion, guys, because we do get caught up. I called Mike Killy 7. I said, "Dude, did you keep your seat?" He had the Air Ride seat that I wanted, a Harley Air Ride seat. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It was on his motorcycle. When he went to the Honda door, I said, "Dude, did you keep the seat? I'll buy it." Nah, no HDR. I let it go with the bike. I'm like, because we get so caught up and we want that brand new motorcycle. We just go to the door. Here's our bike with all of our stuff on it. Hell, I came home one time and I was like, where's my air compressor? I forgot it in the saddlebag because I was so excited. I didn't even look. So, yeah, make sure you strip your bike first, guys. Strip it, put the OEM stuff back on, take it to the dealer. If you want to trade it, I suggest wholeheartedly sell it outright. Go on Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, you're going to have the guys call you up. You're going to label, like right now, I want to, if I was thinking of selling my bike, which the thought has crossed my mind, I want to list it for like 27.5 is what I want to list it for. It's a 2018 Road Glide Ultra. 27.5 is probably a decent price for that. Maybe. But they're going to come back. Guys are going to come here and go, well, I'll give you 24. Guys come, I'll give you 20,000. Like, just punch them in the head. Tell them get the heck off your property, right? Tell them don't be a butthead. So, but yeah, I was thinking 27.5 outright. So I don't want to trade it because when you trade it, you're just it's paper. You're losing money. So, he's asking me about the 15%. Winnie, it will be okay. It will be all right. It's just 15%. Don't worry about it. It's off the top of the sale. It's customary when you do a live stream to sell a motorcycle, you get 15%. Nah, I'm just kidding. I would advertise, Ty, I would advertise your bike all day for you. I talked to everybody about it. I'm trying to sell it locally for you. I don't know how they'll get it. We'll figure it out. If I have to come to your house with a buddy of mine and a trailer to get the bike, we would do that. So, but I have been trying to sell the CVO for sure. The Zeppelin seat, you're right, Bronco Ride. And I called Mike. I said, Mike, I want that Zeppelin seat. And he's like, well, I left it on the bike, man. Along with, he went to Custom Dynamics. He went to their garage and they put extra additional stuff on his bike. All gone. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's all gone. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? So, yeah. Watch my visit from 2021 when I traded in my 18 on the 21. Yeah, Be the Rider PA is a little bit more savvy where he will strip the bike, put the OEM stuff on there. And I know this to be the case because Be the Rider PA, you can put in the comments below, and you made a comment on your video one time was, how many motorcycles have your Mustang seat been on? And I think it was at least 4 that I know of. So I know you always take that Mustang seat off and you keep putting it on new ones, right? So stuff like that. Why would you sell your seat and then you buy a new bike? Like, oh, Mustang, can I get another $1,400 seat, please? Unless you just have unlimited funds and you don't care about money, that would be fine. But guys, strip the bike down. Even if I'm not buying another Road Glide, and say if I have all the lights or something like that, I'll do a giveaway or something. Or I call CD up. I call CD and I ask them, do you want them back? They normally do not want the lights back because they can't resell a used light anyway. When I upgraded one of my lights on my bike, actually Road Glide Andy was helping me out with brakes and stuff, and he really wanted an LED light. I hooked him up. I gave him one. So I had it in my toolbox, and we're like, let's just mount your bike, dude. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, when you help me out and and I pay it forward. I try to help other people out with something. If I have it, you can have it, So, Toby Norris says, in the line of thinking, or is going to lose hundreds of dollars regardless of selling or trading. Private buyers not interested in paying for what you are sentimental about. And you're right. So strip the bike before you even advertise it, before you sell it, even outright. Strip it down and let it go. So that's some of my thoughts with that. Who knows? Who knows how's it going to, what's going to happen here in 2023. Diller does the paperwork. Get your buyer financing. Call Rider to Rider Dealer. They charge for a service, but then you can advertise. Yeah, I understand that Harley does have that now. And I told Ty that. I believe Ty. I think we talked about that. Was if you're selling your Harley Davidson motorcycle, if it could be certified by Harley, you can use Harley Davidson financing to finance that motorcycle to another buyer. So I personally, when I bought the Himalayan, I went through a credit union because the dealer was like 4% more interest than what the credit union was. So if you can get your own personal loan, your personal note, do it on your own and then buy the bike that way. But if not, if you want to go through Harley, I don't even know what Harley's charging right now. I know right now at a lot of the dealers that I've been seeing, the 2022 models are at 0.99% financing. If you have a credit score above a 780, I think, and it was right in their advertisement, your credit score must be above a 780, you can get 0.99% financing. So that's pretty awesome. You know, just saying. I mean, if you want to get a 2022, I did that when I bought my 2018. I will never do that again. I bought the end of year model and before the new ones come out, and I got really screwed over on that deal. And because the dealer told her, there's nothing new coming on the new models. Don't worry about it. It's good. You're fine. No, there's nothing. No, there's not gonna be anything new on the new models. Just buy the 2018. It looks exactly the same. Yeah, they were full of crap. In 2019 is when the brand new infotainment system came out. And if I want to pull on my bike now, I went back and asked them, well, you told me it's not new. Can I have the new infotainment system? They said, and at that time, it wouldn't go on the 2018, right? Now it will. They're like, well, yeah, you can have it. Now it's like $1,800. I'm like, but you told me there'd be nothing changing. So, yeah, I got screwed on that. Don't ever, ever, ever take an end of year deal until the new models come out. When you go in the showroom, you look at a 2023 and a 2022 side by side, then you make your decision. But don't buy it until those new models are released because they're going to change something and you're getting screwed every time. So I always believe that I got screwed on that deal, but that's how the cookie crumbles, right? You try to save a few bucks, like we'll give you $1,000 off if you buy it. Yeah, because you're screwing me over, right? So, but that's the way it works. So, yeah, 0.9% rates are typically for the first 6 months, and it jumps up to 8 plus. What? No, it would have to Pinks Ventures. It would have to be a fixed rate loan. Uh, Guys, make sure when you look at that, make sure you read the paperwork. I talked to one guy that bought a Harley Davidson. His payments were $700 a month. What? For a motorcycle? $700 a month. Guys, that's insane. Good morning, Bodine 52's in the house this morning. Sorry you're late, but you got a late start there. It's all right. Better late than never. We talked about your new motorcycle coming in. We talked about the possibilities that you didn't strip this motorcycle. We hope that you stripped Duchess and the new bike coming in. So we want to see that soon and see the new name there. Everybody's really excited in the channel. So how about that new Harley yellow? Yeah, that's the one Bob was looking at. He was looking at the yellow one the other day. He sent us a picture of it. The only thing I can say about yellow, think about this. Road workers wear yellow, right? They feel pretty safe. Wouldn't you feel pretty safe riding around a yellow motorcycle, guys? People can see it, right? It's very important to be seen. So, yep, he's on his way to the dealer now. He knows the new truck came in. His bike is already there for the trade. He's ready to go. So, can't wait to see what Bob's going to drive home there. So, I'm pretty sure it's going to be another Road Glide Ultra. A Road Glide Limited. Probably the new Road Glide Limited in yellow. And they're coming out now with electric windshield and with a 124 engine. So it's going to be awesome. You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. They are taking deposits on 2023 bikes not released yet. And that's fun too. When you take a... So if you... How does that work, Jim? I don't even know how that would work, Jim. So you go down, you're like, hey, I want one of them new Harley Davidson motorcycles that's not released yet. I don't even know what it looks like and everything, but hey, here's $500 deposit. I really want one. Guys, it might be a scooter. They might come out Harley and be like, here's your new scooter. It's $42,000. We got you. Guys, don't ever put money down on something you can't see. Holy hell, that's a bad idea. So, but anyway. Yep, figuring it out. You got to figure out. The numbers talk, Bob. Once you get those numbers squared away, you're like, perfect. So, but we can't wait to see what's coming down the pike there. Yes, you don't like if they give it back. Well, yeah, you're right. They can give you the money back. And I know I make fun of that too, but Colin did do that. Colin bought his Pan America long before the Pan America ever hit his dealer. He had one pre-ordered. The day they showed the video, he's like, I'm buying that. And he did. So that's the kind of guy I want to aspire to be one day. See something brand new coming to you, he's like, I'm buying it. and just go put the money down and buy it. You know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're coming out with. I mean, I know there's some stuff that like I said, when I went to the dealer the other day, they wouldn't really give you a lot of information. They talked about some models coming with some bigger engines, but they really didn't clarify that. They don't know. I don't think the dealers even know until the 18th when the video comes out. And then they'll be like, "Oh, I see it. Now I know what to talk about." Because remember, they used to have dealers and press release guys when the press and the dealers would go to Harley Davidson in Milwaukee, and they would open the doors like Willy Wonka. And they'd be like, "Oh no, there's a red one, there's a green one, there's a blue one, there's a pink one." Oh, they used to do that. They don't do that anymore, right? They do a general release, and everybody gets to see what's coming at the same time. Nobody really knows anything up front. So I was intrigued. I almost forgot to do a thumb. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up there. Today was definitely a 100% motorcycle show, and that's great. So if you're coming to this, if you said, "Hey, that's the greatest thumbnail ever for Coffee with HDR," because if you notice, the thumbnail said I was talking about the brand new Harley Davidson models, and that's what I'm here to do today. I'm here talking about the brand new models. So as I said, the only guaranteed model that I seen that was new is the new Nightster with the 114 engine. So not my cup of tea. That and the yellow motorcycle, not actually my color paint, but I'm sure they're going to sell hundreds of thousands in that color. Because people I've been talking to, guys, across the states, across the world, have always told me they're waiting for a yellow Harley Davidson. That's what I've heard the most. So now their dreams have been fulfilled, and that's really good. So, but anyway, deal by me already have 23s on the floor. Yeah, good morning, Soft Joe. Good morning, Soft the Joe. Soft the Joe. Good morning to you. Throttle Therapy, good morning. I did say good morning to Throttle Therapy there, by the Australian friends, right? Throttle Therapy. No, that's Harley Throttle Juice, right? Close to the same names. And if you haven't seen it yet, I want you to check out the Harley Roadshow's garage. He's making his garage into a dealer in Australia. He is. Watch it. Check it out. Cool stuff. No models coming out till right. See, and Be the Rider PA does work for a dealer, so he is not BSing anybody. He knows exactly the name of the game. And if you go to your dealers right now and say, "I want to see the brand new one that's coming out that nobody even knows coming out," they don't have them yet. They don't see them yet till, as I said, talking to Harley Davidson, they told me like they'll start to come out either the first week of January, first week of February, or first week of March. They'll start hitting the dealer floors. So we can't even see them yet. Okay. The 18th, you'll see they'll have some great movie stars out there that know shit about Harley Davidson or nothing about motorcycles, and they'll be riding and promoting. "I ride my Harley Davidson motorcycle on the streets of New York City." They don't even know what they're talking about, but they have to pay the talent. Why don't you, Harley Davidson, why don't you pay YouTubers, right? Why don't you pay content creators that's been creating content on your motorcycles for decades to do your commercial and do your new lineup for you, because we know the motorcycle company. Okay? Anyway, with that said, yep, I guess you guys are about calling it a day. I was going to start doing these live streams for 3 hours, and I thought, no, because I want to eat breakfast. And I got some install videos to shoot in the garage today. So I got to clean my garage first because the floor's got like slush and slop on it. Looks like garbage in there. I can't film with it. I got to clean the floor first. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming in once again. We had a great show today with some great guests there. Toby Northern opening the show. All these people in here. One time, 112 people in and out of the show here today viewing the show. And I do appreciate everybody stopping by. If you're watching this show later being recorded and you couldn't catch the live show, that's okay. I hope you enjoy this. Give it a big thumbs up. Give it a like and subscribe on the channel. I could use your subscribers, guys. Absolutely love it if you would subscribe to the channel. If not, if you just don't, maybe don't do that, that's fine. But I hope you do come back and view. I hope you do wake up every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and come here and view the show, right? Check us out. We have the greatest chat room, and this is the longest running motorcycle live stream on YouTube. The longest running motorcycle live stream on YouTube is Coffee with HDR. So must be doing something right. People keep coming back, and I appreciate you, man. That makes me feel really great. So, as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you know. Take a great day there. Get down to the dealers. Don't forget on the 18th, which I think we have another show before the 18th. Maybe I'll record that. Maybe I'll use some of that during a live stream. We'll see how that works out. Some of the stuff that we can talk more about the new Harley Davidson motorcycles coming out here for 2023. Thank you so much for watching Coffee with HDR. And as always, remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. I will talk to you all next week here with Coffee with HDR. Bye, everybody. Good day.